So I'm out here doing online business from Hawaii, living a dream for some people out on the farm. What's up, Stewie? Got some sheep, got some pigs over here, got growing some amazing crops, got some flowers. Just a beautiful place to be. Welcome in, found much love Trav here from Hawaii. So a lot of people, I'm not alone in thinking like, man, it would be awesome to move to Hawaii. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time before I was able to do it. And it's something that a lot of people want, especially people in online business, because you get to a certain point in your life, hopefully you do. I mean, when you're in scarcity, it's just like, I'm trying to make money. Once you're making a good amount of money, you're trying to make freedom. I'm trying to get freedom. And then once you have a certain amount of freedom, it's like, all right, what is my life? What do I want my life to be looking like? And where do I want to live? And then Hawaii becomes an attractive option because you're doing online business in the US. You want to go somewhere tropical. It's really almost the only option. There's a couple other options. And you got a major city, Honolulu here, so if you want to do networking, if you want to do business, if you want to reach a large market in person, there's plenty of conferences and people coming through, so it's not that isolated. People want to, you get to a point in business where it's like, okay, I'm making enough money, let's turn it into a lifestyle business. What do I want to be doing with my time? Maybe I want to be hanging out with the sheep and the pigs. Maybe I want to be surfing in the morning. Maybe I want to be somewhere that has good weather all the time. So people conclude, okay, maybe I'll do Hawaii. So there's some truths and myths about Hawaii. You know, any place is just like almost every other place. Although I'll tell you some positive. Well, let me start with the negative about Hawaii. It's expensive. It's really expensive. It's normal for people to have multiple jobs. It's normal for people to be making a lot of money and still spending a lot of money. It's one of the most expensive US cities. It's got one of the highest state taxes. It's got some of the most expensive food because of import. So why I live on a farm, but hard to get, can be expensive to get high quality food. And just by coming over here and doing that, you're contributing to gentrification and you're forcing out local people who can't afford. And people will try, they work multiple jobs. They're working Lyft and Uber in their day job, but it kind of feels bad. And I feel bad about that. But I had some local people say, you know what, just keep making videos about Hawaii. You actually motivate Hawaiians to stay and you motivate Hawaiians who have left to come back. So I'm gonna do that. Other thing about Hawaii that I really like is the aloha spirit. That's real. I grew up in Seattle. People are cold there legitimately, and it's because I think the weather sucks. The water's cold. There's a bunch of planes flying overhead. Hawaii's not like that. There's not that many planes. The water's nice year round. There's lots of sun year round. People are just happier. Definitely a real thing. So, I mean, it is a good place to be. It depends on your business though, because if you're trying to go to different events, it becomes not only expensive, but time consuming and difficult to do because Honolulu is the most remote city, major city on planet Earth. Part of the reason that it's desirable. So, yeah, so one of the reasons I'm making this video for Hawaii business people is because I'm looking at the things that I'm doing and what they're contributing to my life, refocusing, right? And I'm looking at this YouTube channel and I'm like, you know what? It's not moving the needle in my business. I've got other things to focus on and I haven't been able to really monetize through proper systems and services, products. However, one of the awesome things that this video, YouTube has done for me is bring real life cool people into my life, traveling, and you know, not like all around the world. Like, I'm not like super famous, but people will be like, hey, I watch your videos, and then they either come into my life or I'm in their neck of the woods. And that's a pretty cool thing. So I thought, you know what, I should double down on that. YouTube for me, it's not about making money, this YouTube channel at least. It's about marketing. It's about networking. So, Hawaii online business owners, if you're an entrepreneur, consider yourself an entrepreneur or business owner. I have an online Facebook mastermind I've been growing. It's called Biz Wizards, and I was selling a product for it, and a subscription. I might do that later, but I just want to open it up to bring in more insight and more strategy and have more discussion. So if you're interested in that, don't just leave me a comment on this video, but send me a message on Facebook saying I want to join the Biz Wizards mastermind group, and then if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, I'll add you to that. Later on it will be closed, but right now, later on it might be closed, who knows, but right now, just want to focus on how can I make the most out of this YouTube channel. Let's meet, make real life connections, so. And then everybody else who's thinking about it, my experience, I didn't even talk about my experience. Wind's blowing too far over here. Wind, wind, wind. My experience, I talked a little bit about my experience. Yeah, it's expensive. You know, I got to a point, I'm not super balling, but I was making around 60, 70. And then my overhead was maybe 20, so I'm at like 40, 50,000. And I'm like, well, I guess I could live in Hawaii now. So I moved out here, and then I got more and more invested in the farm, and I like that situation. My business shrank in 2018. I'm regrowing in 2019, but it's a situation where a lot of people have two jobs. First job for me covers food and rent, and has money left over, and then my online business is just gravy on top of that. So I think that's one of the ways to do it and live rich. People say to focus on just one thing. I'm not sure about that, and I've been saying that. I'm not sure about that. I see successful people have multiple businesses, do multiple things. You can't focus on everything, but you also want belts and suspenders. You don't necessarily want all your eggs in one basket, because there are industry and market forces outside of your control. So it's like, I mean, for me, I feel pretty confident about my niche, Magic the Gathering, but I also don't have to, because I have belts and suspenders. If the belts fall, I still have the suspenders of organic farm work. So that's one way to do it. And that's definitely a dream that I'm seeing more and more, is because people realize, like, well, the people who really are like, okay, I'm freedom of time and location and money and obligations, where do I want to re-obligate to myself to? And people are like, you know, I kind of want to go back to like hobby farming. I see Ty Lopez doing that. He's got his new Farmer Box subscription. He's got some farms in Virginia. And I like that, when you see people, he left the farm, made online riches, back to the farm. It's like, okay, there's something there. And similar experience to me. You know, Ty definitely pointed me to the farm, but he hadn't come back when I went to it. And seeing him come back is like, hell yeah. So, yeah, hope you find that useful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're a business person, hit me up, and I'll add you to the network, just because that's value to me. That's value to you. So, peace out. And when you come through Hawaii, all mastermind action, combine forces. I like doing that. So, talk to you soon, and have a good one.